Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
What's good? What's good? Salute to everybody coming into the chat. It's your boy ARP, and we back here with the Sorry True Podcast and all that. Shout out to my man Math Hoffa. He just sent me something. Would you drop something? Some new music or something? Math Hoffa verse. Okay. Oh, Math got some new shit out. Oh, Geechi, you pull up that fast, huh? You in the lobby that fast, huh? All right, you know what? Let me bring this nigga on the stage. Turn your joint like this, G.
Like that.
What's up, man? You ain't scared, huh? You ain't give me 30 seconds to warm up the crowd, the chat, nothing, huh? You right here, huh?
Hell no, man. We getting straight to it, man. Straight to it.
All right, so you want to know what, since you're here and since the fans is here, let me just make sure I give you your just due, man. How you feeling, sir?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. No complaints, man.
Right.
No heart, you know what I mean? Feeling great, you know what I mean? Good health.
It's been a minute, man. I got to make sure you all right, man. Me and you ain't tapping in a second, man. I got to make sure the homie's good.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I appreciate that for real.
All right, let's get to the war, man. All right, let's get to the war. I just want you to do your fans one favor.
Yeah.
Keep it 1,000.
All the way. That's all we gonna do. We ain't finna do no studioing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, let's warm this up then. How did this shit come about, man? This is one of the biggest battles left, man. I need to hear a little bit of backstory right here.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, me and this nigga been having like a little back and forth grudge for a minute, you know what I'm saying? As far as like we was kind of cool at a point in time where you know he like, you know, supported what I had going on, I supported what he got going on. I think our first turn of like kind of like not seeing eye to eye was when they did a song for Nick Cannon dissing Eminem, with him and the rest of the cats from Wild 'N Out clips conceded all them. And I had like a negative opinion on it where I'm like, man, that shit was trash, or they could have did better. Like Nick should have called up the Red Squad or whatever the fuck I said, you know what I'm saying? And even back then, I think he kind of didn't fuck with that from something so small like that. And then, you know, we would have our little back and forths here and there about just battle rap in between time. Because, you know, you tried to book it, URL tried to book it, different people tried to book it. So it'd be times where we wouldn't see eye to eye, even on the business side, you know what I'm saying? And I think that kind of always caused a little wedge in between us too, because it'll be like, he'll be saying it's my fault why it ain't getting done. I'll be saying it ain't his fault. I mean, it's his fault why it ain't getting done and shit like that. So, like, over time, it'll just be little small shit here and there that kind of just make us not really see eye to eye on a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I got to go back to that initial one, though, because I heard that before. I know he got into it with some people behind when he defended Nick Cannon, which is his homie, rightfully so.
Yeah, fact.
But I remember hearing that. So you took that not on some like rap shit. You feel like y'all really had like a little tension behind that? Like, what did you say? Yeah. Did you say something slick or?
It was just me saying like, I feel like this was trash, and I just kept it real. Like, to me, them niggas was all cheeks on that song. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was weak. I'm like, man, at the end of the day, you dissing a nigga like Eminem, and you putting these clown ass niggas who can't rap on there trying to diss Eminem, nigga, that shit was weak. I could have went into detail like that, but I just said, man, should have went and got the Red Squad, because if I ain't mistaken, they was wearing all black, like they was a part of the Black Squad on that Wild 'N Out shit. So, you know, he kind of took it like on some like, oh, niggas in battle rap hating, like, because they ain't getting the opportunity to even be in this position to be dissing Eminem or being that, you know, niggas always hating on, you know, like, motherfuckers lead the culture and motherfuckers be hating this shit. But to me, it wasn't even about that. It's just like, nigga, I thought it was weak. Nigga, I'm going to speak on the diss record. If I think Drake and Kendrick disses was weak, I'd have said it. You know what I mean? That shit was ass. And anybody that heard that shit was ass. Eminem thought it was ass.
But that don't sound like something to create no tension, though. Am
nah,
I
it
missing
wasn't no
something?
real tension.
Am I missing
that was
something?
Just a small, yeah, I feel like that was something small in the mix. You know what I'm saying? That was something small that over time, like I say, Holla just a competitive nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know that from my times being around him. So I feel like him just hearing about me and the culture, you know what I'm saying, and the notoriety I'm getting, and then me, you know, hearing how they fuck with him, and I'm actually competitive as well. It just always was kind of like also like, man, I don't think this nigga could.
No. Gotti. You can't say that right there. A couple sentences back without us reading to it. You just called him an indirect hater.
He is though.
Okay, I want to get to it. I want to get to it.
He don't like. He don't like hearing about niggas that's better than him. He don't like hearing about niggas that's getting more love than him. Holla want all the praise. So anytime you give somebody else some accolades, he gotta come remind you of his. You know what I'm saying? He one of them type of niggas. Anybody know that? If a nigga be like, oh, Geechi the 3-time champion of the year, he'll be like, man, I was the champion before they ever had belts. I'd have been had 5 belts if they was giving, like, one of them type of niggas. Like, that's just really what it is. Like, I try to keep it cordial, but in reality, I don't even like niggas like that, bro. Niggas that do that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I'm a congratulator. I ain't no hater. But, like, could give me all hater vibes. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is to boil down. Our energies don't mix because I'm not no hater and he is. That's just a fact.
I like to hear some of the underlying shit that the fans and me never heard before. This is the
really
time to
it
hear
is.
about it. This is the time
That's
to hear
what it
about
is.
it.
That's really what it
Okay.
is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me. I got some more holla questions to ask you that I know the fans want to hear about. I got a bomb that, of course, every fan is here waiting for me to ask you. But before I get that, let me take one step back because I did a video yesterday, and I see it's creating a lot of dust. I see people got narratives coming off of it. Let me take a step back, man, because from my opinion, outside looking in, watching you battle over the years, I said, yo, you can't trust Gotti. He's a solid nigga off camera, but if you step on that stage, he's gonna disrespect and violate. So let me ask you about this. How do you feel about the round and the impact and the vulgar nature of what you did to Mike P?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like,
and you know what's coming next. Go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like, I mean, this battle rap. So for me, I'm gloves off. I feel like once you step in that ring, like it's gloves off. This MMA fighting. People compare it to boxing, but for me, like this MMA, like we doing whatever we can to win, man. We putting motherfuckers in headlocks, hitting them with knees, elbows, like, you know what I'm saying? They want to do the sweet science. I ain't doing all that, man. Like, we getting into it in this motherfucker. So for me, I felt like the shit with Mike P was damaging, but it was needed. Like, I'm gonna tell you the shit that I'm gonna tell you the uncomfortable shit you don't want to hear on stage. I'm gonna tell you what everybody thinking, but they don't get a chance to tell you because outside of the ring, it's just not. It's not. I wouldn't advise motherfuckers to just say anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? We all human. You know what I'm saying? So the average fan can't just come up to Mike P and say what he want to say to him, but he might be thinking that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, nigga, Geechi, I'm gonna talk to them who want to talk to you. That's my role in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Anybody out in battle, I'm saying what motherfuckers wanted to say to him, but didn't get a chance to say it.
Y'all heard that, man. He said that's his role in the culture. So I ain't trying to, mix and mingle, battlers. Everybody got their own lane. Everybody's their own man. But it's safe to say you abide by like the Arsenal principle. Like, yo, this is battle rap. If I want to say it, it don't matter. Gloves is all the way off.
I done been on record many times saying Arsenal was one of my favorite battlers as I got into the game, watching it as a youngster. That's who I patterned my style behind. I said that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, Mr. When I first started rapping, people used to hear me saying, like, nigga, I'm Mr. Disrespectful now. Like, like, I've been on that disrespect. Like, nigga, I'm going to say it. Like, nigga, if it go there, go there. I don't give a fuck where this motherfucker end up at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could end up outside in the parking lot fighting over these words, but I'm going to say what the fuck we got to say up in this bitch. You feel me? So, yeah, I abide by that creed. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that lane. You know what I mean?
I like this is one of them ones. Yeah. Okay, let me go ahead. All y'all coming. If I'm gonna bring up the Mike P to Geechi, I gotta ask him what was his mentality writing and going in to that third round that he delivered versus Easy. What was your mentality writing that and going into that?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. My mentality with that one was like, man, I'm about to blow this whole motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole building we finna blow the roof off this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I done been on multiple platforms and I ain't never even said that this really was my mentality. And shout out to Remy, you know what I'm saying? Like for standing in the fire and handling that like a G. But she even knew, because we was in talks beforehand and I let her know, like, hey, when I get on this stage, I'm killing everybody. You too. No friendly shit with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you employing me because this is your league and you spending the dollars, but once I get on stage, nigga, ain't no controlling what I'm finna say. It ain't no NDA. Like, I'm about to get on this bitch and say whatever the fuck I feel like saying. So, that was my mentality. Like, I feel like I was against, because like I said, and I said this before, when me and her was in talks, the initial thing was to battle in a neutral place because I'm from California and he from Philadelphia. So not to have it in Cali, so he feel as if I got the ups and all the crowd is there for me, and not to have it in Philadelphia or somewhere right there. So I was there with him. So our initial places was like Houston and Atlanta was the main talks. You know what I'm saying? It was only to like 2 weeks before the battle. That's why people seen the ticket leak so late. To when she hit me, like, I ain't gonna lie, it's going down in Philly, man. I do what I want. Man, I'm thinking she's saying I do what I want on some like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about you wanting to be in neutral. But the whole time, that's the name of her card. So I'm on some like, okay, well, fuck it. I do what I want too. Nigga, everybody in this bitch getting shot. You, Pap, Easy, I don't give a fuck who in this motherfucker. We it's lit now. You know what I'm saying? We there with it. So that's where my mindset was on some, it's Geechi versus everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, me versus everybody in this motherfucker right now. Like, I'm not a Chrome 23 rapper. I'm not managed by Remy Ma, none of this shit. I don't have no stake in the game. This all is coming here. I'm pulling up with just me and my sword. Like, let's get cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I could ask these type of questions, y'all, because I done stood there in front of this type of shit before too. You know what I'm saying? So this is part of it. So I guess
you understand that though. You know,
yeah, I understand it as a whole.
You understand that though. Like, it's like, hey,
I had to learn it. I had to learn it.
Contract, the rapper got to do what, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what they gonna say, and you done probably heard at least 10 ARP angles by just standing right there. Nigga, look at you and this. You know, you feel me? Y'all gotta have just as tough skin as the rapper, because y'all don't get a chance to say nothing back, and you know what I mean, until you do a blog if you feel like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't trust you neither. If you make your way to full circle or something like that, I don't trust you neither.
Oh, nah, hey, I'm telling you, you shouldn't trust me. You know I got a clip. I definitely got a clip for you. You know what I'm saying? For real.
You see.
You know what I'm saying? I might not even really supposed to even be talking to you right now. You know what I'm saying? On the real. You know what I mean? Before I get off this motherfucker, I gotta make sure I say fuck RBE as a staff record label of the motherfucking crew. Nigga, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What you mean, man?
Yeah, you better shut up before I turn this motherfucking stream blue, nigga.
Yeah,
I see your face when that shit turned blue, nigga.
Yeah, salute Big K, salute Big K. They snuck me in the blue room. I got fined for that. You know what I'm saying?
He said I got fined for that. But yo, hold on. You said something that was important right there. The fans need to know. I need to know. It ain't my contract. It ain't my league. You know what I'm saying? You and Holla put some business together. Salute to y'all. So it's safe to say y'all got no stipulations, no holding back, don't talk about this. Is there any of that going on?
No, we ain't got none of that. And I want people to know that, like, even with us doing the business, it wasn't none of that. All he did was like, Whoop figured out exactly what we needed to do to make it happen. Contract got sent, and we ain't been in talks after that. It's like, nigga, all right, nigga, the business done. Like, nigga, I ain't your boy. We ain't got to talk every day. And let me, nigga, you know my name, nigga, you know how to get you know what I'm saying? I know how to get to Atlanta. We know how to get it done. Like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, let's get it in. Like, that's it. Like, it ain't no friendly shit after that. You feel me?
All right,
because as you see, we almost went left on Twitter. I think people thought that was fake.
I'm going there right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Because he said some shit about I start slapping niggas and shit. And I'm just looking at it in the time frame of him saying that is when me and him going back and forth. So that's why I'm like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking to? Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you feel me? He's saying what he's saying. So in reality, we've been still kind of saying little shit back and forth, but we still ain't seen each other since the last words really was on some nigga, I'ma see you. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? Like, for me, it's like I don't do the internet talking back and forth. I see he ain't doing that with me either, but like it's really still left up in the air, because even though he say he wasn't talking to Verb, he left it on some like, who you think you checking and all this. Like, nigga, I don't play like that. So, you know, like I say, the energy there for whatever it's gonna be, man. We gonna have a great battle, but like, you know, we gotta for sure have a conversation before that. I gotta see him and holler at him though. That's real though, right there for sure.
And I'm glad you said it, because my question was about to be, I see sometimes things go on where it's like, automatically when battlers get in a man mode or they confront each other, whether it's on Twitter or whatever, everybody assumes it's promotion because y'all was going back and forth and then the flyer popped up. But what the fans don't understand is, the battlers be like, all right, we about to battle, so we'll go back and forth. But somebody could still say something that's left, and then it's on them to figure out, like, hold on, like, let's check this energy right here. So you think it's still like, I need to speak about, have a little conversation on the side.
That's a conversation that still for sure got to be had. You know what I'm saying, on the real, because I know he like to punch on niggas that ain't looking and drunk in barbershops and shit, man. And I don't get drunk and hang out in barbershops. I got hair, so I want to let him know, like, I'm not one of them niggas you gonna even think about. You know what I'm saying? swinging on, pushing on, none of that. You feel me? So he gonna have to get that.
Okay, all right. Let's get to it. Everybody want to hear it. Everybody want to hear it. Where do you stand with all of this Hitman and A-Verb stuff? What's your perspective? A-Verb is A-Verb. What's your perspective on Hitman in the middle of all this? Because I see you involved in some of these tweets now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. At first, I looked at it like, okay, man, these niggas is brothers, man. I don't like, and I still wouldn't want to see it go left just on some nigga. They got a history better than I got with both of them. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather them niggas, figure their history out. But as I'm looking at it and reading into it and seeing it, to me, it just seemed like Holla was on some bitch shit, bro. Like, you got upset, homie. You got upset about some business that a nigga called his partner on. You know what I'm saying? A nigga called his partner on. Gerald McCoy could have been, he was wrong too at the end of the day because he shouldn't have called on him. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at it from all sides. If I'm your friend and I just say, hey man, something looking kind of weird, how you think about this? He got the right to do that. It's his money. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a sucker and get upset about it, and then now you want to take it to the extremes. And Verb done been on record millions of times saying, I ain't trying to fight you unless it's in the gloves, and you taking it left, man, you just being on some sucker shit. To me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else ain't gonna say it because they want to be politically correct, man. Nigga being on some sucker shit, homie. Straight up. Just like that, man. He could have fixed it a long time ago and been like, you know what, Verb, my bad. I said some shit that I shouldn't have said, but I felt like you was in my business, but it ain't even that deep. But like I said, he a hothead, he competitive. He still trying to compete even then. You know what I'm saying? Like he want to compete with who right instead of just, sometimes you got to take accountability. That's what my conversation gonna be about. That nigga don't take no accountability, man. He been spoon fed. He always feel like he not wrong. You know what I'm saying? He coming from that type of place where it's, oh, it's okay, Holla, you missed that jump shot, you will make it next time. Oh, it's okay, Holla, man, you lost that battle, but we'll see you on the next one. Like, nah, nigga, you wrong on this one, man. Sometimes you got to stand in that. So yeah, in my eyes on this one, he wrong in this situation. And it's on him to fix that. If they don't mend it on, he got to look in the mirror and say, he overjumped it. You dig what I'm saying? On the real.
Interesting take. Hey, Gotti, man, I could sit here and I could ask you a million questions, but I know it's a long road to November 9th. I want to get you back on here a couple times. I'm going to get Holla up here. We ain't even get to the face off. I know there's going to be new stuff to talk about there. I just want to check a couple of this, like the intro stuff. Like, is there paperwork saying gloves off? What's the tone right now? I want to check on those things. I want to save everything. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go.
I'll pull back up anytime. I'm pretty sure when his emotional ass see this one, he finna be on Twitter crying and ranting anyway. So we gonna have to pull back up and do this anyway. He finna probably be calling you and mad at you for even interviewing a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You feel me? Got time for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, my nigga, yo, you already know, man. Y'all, I'm gonna holler at you in a second. I'm gonna bring you back up here. RBE for life, you heard?
You already know, nigga. Motherfucker.
He said you already know. Y'all heard him? I'm gonna drop him right there. I'm gonna drop him. I dropped you, nigga. Yo, when I clip this for my Instagram, I'm just gonna clip the part where I say RBE for life, and he says you already know. Oh, okay. Outside of the laughing and the joking shit, yo, I needed to hear that shit too, and I think the fans need to hear that because we do want to see promotion. I told y'all a bunch of streams back, I don't even like people using the word promotion because you break the mirror or that third wall, that Hollywood terminology between the fans and what y'all trying to see what's going on with these two artists that supposedly lead into a war. You know what I'm saying? But I think one thing that Geechi clarified right here that I think is very, very logical and makes a lot of sense, that, yeah, we could start chirping. We should know that we might be willing to engage now and talk to each other, when we wasn't really engaging before, because now we got a battle sign. But now that there's a battle sign, if y'all both under the understanding that, listen, the way that I rap, the way that I book, the way that I sign my contracts, no NDAs and nothing like that, it's gloves off. I'm going to violate you. I'm going to try to burn the house down. I'm going to go at the host. I'm going to go at this person. I'm going to go at that person. Right? Now it's a clear lane. We wouldn't say this shit to each other outside of this. We wouldn't say this shit to each other randomly passing each other in the street. But now maybe there is something on my mind that I could have said to you years ago. I didn't have a reason to say it to you. I was just minding my business. But now that me and you's in front of each other, I have a reason to say it to you. So if that makes sense, somebody put fourth wall. Thank you, John Peters. If that makes sense to y'all, yes, these guys are now engaging and tweeting and going back and forth because they have a battle locked in. But the stuff that they're saying, I think a lot of it is what they really believe. Some of it might be a little, I don't want to oversell it, overhype it, because I'm going to watch it just like a fan. Up, roll out, up to the face off, up to the battle order. I'm going to watch it just like y'all. I'm going to be reading the room just like y'all and see, okay, let me tweak Geechi and see what if he answered this. Let me try to bring Holla up and see if he got an answer to that. Let me bring this other battle rapper up that has something to say and see if he got something to add to it. Like, I'm reading the room. I see a lot of different storylines and narratives coming out. And sometimes it's just the best to get it straight from the person. So for Geechi to clear up some of that stuff right there, the man's got his opinion on certain things. And I told you, I said, this is the first battle that y'all are gonna hear from one way or another. One side, both sides, other side. Y'all are gonna hear the Averb shit. It's just that thing in the room that it's just impossible for the next person that Hitman battles, for Hitman not to want to say something, or for that opponent not to want to say something to Hitman. Either way, or both of them, I don't know. But it's one of the biggest storylines. Like, it's not, I'm not going to treat it like the elephant in the room and ignore this shit. Like, oh no, I don't see that. No, fuck out of here. Let's keep it 1,000. That's one of the biggest storylines of 2024. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it real. This shit looks like a fucking everlasting gobstocker for my movie heads, yo. This shit won't end. And I get it, because there's serious things on both sides. Like, a lot of us are just like, yo, it is what it is at this point. But when it's time to rap, you got to hear about the stuff that's going on and the noise that's going on and the narratives and the different storylines. And I think that's just one of many things that we're going to hear. I think that's one. I think I was on point the other day in my stream when I said, yo, Geechi Gotti, he's a solid dude, but when it's time to rap, you can't trust him. Yo, he just damn near compared himself as far as his ability to go there to Arsenal. Did y'all hear that? He said Arsenal one of his favorite. He respects that. He thinks that the same thing that I was alluding to on my stream the other day. If we're gonna rap, gloves is off. You might feel a way after this. Geechi just said that himself. Do we got to go outside and figure something else out after I say what I gotta say? And Hitman, yo, when Hitman comes up in here, and the thing about Holla, when Holla gets passionate sometimes, I'll be like, yo, I'll be trying to be the voice of reason. Like, but look at it this perspective. When Holla comes up here and he started dressing shit, I'm going to let him go. I ain't playing no play. I'm not a league owner in this situation. I don't got to control nothing. I get to be a fan in this shit. I ain't no league owner in this situation. If them niggas want to start drawing blood and all that type of shit on stream and all that, this is what we expect anyway, because it's one of the biggest battles left. I expect nothing less. If these guys just walk up into November 9th without us hearing some of the backstory and seeing what their temperature is, nah, then y'all fucked up one of the biggest battles ever. I need to check the temperature. I need to know what's going on. I want to see what the energy is. I hope that y'all are like me. Let me go to chat real quick. Yo, shout out to AK as always, gifting on the channel. I appreciate you, homie. Jay Walker 07, appreciate the super, says the first round he had for Rock. Geechi gonna have 3 of those against Hitman. Gotti is the wrong person to battle when it comes to angles. Ugh. Yeah, we come back to the chat real quick. Let me check out my members real quick. Can we get half a red and half a blue room? That would be sick. That would be sick. I didn't trademark the blue room. You know what I'm saying? I think when people do it, it's like an ode or it's a homage, or if you're a RBE battler, or if you battled in a blue room, you have stake in it. Like Big K, a lot of people think that Big K and me spoke about that. I even seen Rock say that in an interview. I was watching the stream like, yeah, and when the room turned blue, I said like this, just like everybody else. I swear to God, I swear on everything. You know what I'm saying? So K has ownership in that. He's part of building that blue room. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if Holla was the main event of the very last pay-per-view that I put together, Max Out 3, and it was blue room. If he want to turn the room blue, that's an ode. He has stake in it, just like I say about K or Will or Froze or Show or everybody else that graced that blue room. It is what it is. So what else we got here? Laugh my ass off. The consensus is haters, I guess, at Tyreek or Tyreek. But it's a classic either way. What y'all doing? Y'all voting on the outcome of the battle? Yo, we got a long way to go. See, the thing about right now, and that's why I didn't want Geechi to stay up here too long, because I want us to come back and talk about more stuff. The thing is, there's almost 2 months left, right, before we get to the actual battle. There's things that's going to change. There's things that's going to happen. I gave y'all this example on the last stream. I said, y'all felt the way when we announced Hitman versus Cassidy. When we did the face-off, y'all switched upside down. We didn't even get to the face-off yet with these guys. We didn't even hear the next battle announcement yet. So I think there's a lot that's going to happen on Twitter. We just got to keep our eyes open on spaces, on different media outlets, different bloggers. Shout out to all the bloggers. I think if we all stay close to this, we're going to pull a bunch of storylines out of this and see how we feel leading into this. And it's okay if your position changes. People, this is battle rap. Just be a fan and enjoy it. Just enjoy the movie that it is. If your prediction today is Hitman 2-1 and it happens to change to Geechi 3-0 by the time you watch the face-off, that's okay. That doesn't make you fake. We're seeing things that develop the battle. We're seeing things that give us new insight and new perspective. We didn't know prior to the stream. Well, I didn't know prior to the stream right here, his position on being total gloves off. I didn't know that his mentality was like Arsenal's. I never heard that before from Geechi. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that the first time they had tension or whatever was when he addressed the Nick Cannon diss song with Hitman and everybody on it. I didn't know that. And even if Hitman comes on here and says that that's not true, Geechi obviously just went that far back. So now Hitman might watch that and be like, oh, you've been felt the way towards me. We don't know. I want to see the response to that. I want to see what Holla is going to say. I want somebody to ask me, anybody. Hey, Holla, man, Geechi said y'all had a little tension that started, back to, the diss song with Nick Cannon. How you feel about that? And if Holla's like, what is he talking about? Here goes my tweet from when I actually tweeted with him. And that looked different than what Gotti, then y'all change perspective. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to be here for all of this shit. I got my popcorn, man. Rule your day. I appreciate you, homie. This was a great live. ARP, greater than. Thank you, homie. I appreciate you, man. Ruin your day. Ruin your day for the continued greatness, man. I seen that footage this morning while I was doing my cardio of Tay-Rock versus Big K. And I'm going to close out my stream like this. Avo, you are incredible, man, with the camera work and the way that was produced and directed and edited. You are the GOAT, man. And even when K turned the room blue and then I see the logos on the screen, like the King of the Dot logo and everything turned yellow, man, that is crazy. That is insane. Who thinks of shit like that? Ruin your day. That's it. That's it. Amazing classic battle. Once again, shout out to those two guys. I've said it the night of. I did my stream and I was like, yo, I got to be sensitive with this. Hold on. I don't want y'all to think I'm biased. The moment I got off my stream and I gave myself a moment to think, I tweeted K21. And then I saw more people and more momentum coming around and people being objective about the time limits and everything. And was there some filler there and blah, blah, blah. And I'll say this, man, Rock had an amazing performance. K was masterful too. K had the biggest two moments of the battle, remain consistent, has a lot of layers. Tay-Rock was barring out. He has some hard hitting angles as well. I stand on it. I got 2-1, Big K over Rock, taking the second and the third. And the more I look at it, these clips and whatnot, I give more and more points to Big K for the nuances and the little particulars. Big K's new alias is Leonidas, y'all. Because when I see like the clip on Twitter just now of when Twerk jumps in, who is he? Who does he think he is? What's he doing? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? And I'm looking and K just mumbles like briefly, just like, I'm here dolo. And you look and you see Mook, you see Tay-Rock, you see Twerk, you see John, you see News, you see Geechi. K is standing there by himself, unwavered, unfaulted, dolo. Warrior, Leonidas, Spartans, what is your profession? All right, y'all. Holla, man. You gotta come up here, man. We gotta talk, man. Fans want to hear it. Let's do it. Until then, sorry, it's true.